What's up guys, it's Monday and it's time for another first impressions video on our new Season 5 hero, Nefertiti, and she's a tank that's a spear user, and right off the bat, her stats aren't that great. They're actually quite underwhelming when you compare them to Camaro. She only has 2.6k strength and 1.9k vitality, which is quite a bit less than Camaro. But when you rank her up to higher ranks, she does get a bit better in terms of her tanking stats. But she does make up for it with a lot of agility, and this is kind of important because her skill is directly tied with agility. And if we look at her skill, it's a very unique skill. She is the second hero and the only hero after Season 1 that has a critical buff chance. Like Dinari, she has a 2-turn critical buff chance for the row she's in, and she also deals damage in a row. So in a way, she's very similar to the staff main, so Sorcerer's Staff, who has a critical buff chance as well. And if you use Nefertiti, it is possible to replace Dinari completely if you reposition where she is, and you'll be able to grant a 2-turn crit buff on your 2 damage and tank lines. So her stats, despite being not that great, her skill is pretty good. Even at rank 5, her stats aren't spectacular. 3k strength and 2.4k or 2.5k vitality. And Camaro has around like 3.1k and 2.8k vitality. So obviously she has a lot less HP than Camaro, but the defense is around the same. So it should make up for it. And because her agility is really high, it means that she'll get a lot of crit hits, because agility is tied with the number of crit hits. So in addition to her own crit buffing chance, she also has incredibly high agility as well, which means that she'll be able to perform more criticals than most tanks can. So she is quite a useful hero. I definitely recommend getting her for S5 because Dinari's S1 he's getting old. His stats aren't cutting it anymore, and he gets pretty much like one-shotted at and like by anyone. So yeah, Nefertiti is definitely worth it. So we'll pick her up right now. I just gotta go trade some hearts. And what am I doing here? And once I'm done that, I will be back to give you guys a quick display of her skill. Now, typically, critical chance is not that favored in my opinion. Well, I personally don't favor critical chance buffs simply because criticals they don't really help advance the game any further, because I'm trying to do mental math as I speak. How many do I need? 207, I think. Simply because critical buffs can't advance your game, as I said before. If you're fighting someone like urchins or floor 70 mobs, and you can't really... Oh, why'd I get 300? I only need 200. Oh well. So let's say you're fighting floor 70 mobs and you only deal like 100 damage because your gear is not enough. Then a critical buff really won't help you, because that just means you might do like 2 times the damage, which is like 200 damage. So honestly, it's not a lot of damage. But it does help increase your efficiency at current tower levels. So if it really helps, it really benefits you if you're at endgame, because that's when you can pretty much clear everything on easy mode. But yeah, it's not gonna help that much. So how much do I have? I have 300, 100. I'm debating whether to chance it, because rank 3 Nef is not that great. Her stats aren't enough for tanking, and I need to replace her. 2.2. So I guess I'll probably have to fodder a bit more. So yeah, I'll just get the rank 200 one, or the 200 rank 3 one. So yeah, Season 5, they call it Tier 5 now. But yeah, I'll be back with gameplay as soon as I get her to 50, which should be soon, because I have a book of heroes and I got a bit of foddering to do. And yeah, so I'll be back, guys. Peace. What's up, guys? MikeCoco back here with the level 50 gameplay of Nefertiti, and she is pretty useful right now, but she just can't tank. As you see, she's already died. and I'm basically replacing her position with Daphne. So this is typically where Daphne is, and it's pretty much perfect because they're both staff users. So the crit boost is actually pretty useful. I'd say there's no exact percentage, but I'd say it's around a 50% chance because I've used it, and um, there was like two crits in a row, and it was pretty nice. So just do this randomly. Uh, yeah, for some reason I haven't got her to use her skills all the time, so I'll have to do it manual, or I can set it to like 100 initiative, but it's too much work. But yeah, she's holding some like pickaxe thing, and it's kind of weird. And her damage is pretty decent too. It's not terrible as I expected, because spears generally don't have really great damage because they have huge range. But I guess that's alright. Alright, it seems like a good time to use it. So she like disappears and then she reappears somehow. I don't even know how, but okay. So it's a 2-turn crit boost. So yeah, as you see, it should last 2 turns, and the boost should be nice. We'll buff first, and then hopefully it crits. Yeah, it crits. So it's pretty decent. The crit is actually really nice. I don't know how. Wow. For real. Okay. But other than that, it's just that her lack of HP just kind of ruins her tanking ability. But I'm hoping at rank 5 it'll be a bit better, because right now she has like 500 less HP than Daphne with the same gear, with Daphne at 4-star. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Um, because the HP difference is actually quite noticeable because she tends to die earlier. But she does have pretty good defense. So honestly, she has a very similar situation to Nikki, who has high strength but very little HP compared to other S3s like Drake or what's the other one? Crowley and some of the others that I don't remember. Yeah, hopefully that's a crit too. Yeah, it's a crit. At least not one of them is a crit. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. The crit boost is nice, as I said before, and definitely worth ranking up as soon as possible, because at rank 3 her tanking ability is just not that good. She does not have enough HP, but other than that, she's a fantastic hero. It's definitely worth getting. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with that, and peace.